DJ Kid, this a hit.
I'm coming down, haters pipe down, show niggas talking down. So one West got it, so get your mind on your shit, but like a chair. I throw the H time, bout to go swing wild when we flip. Coming down, haters pipe down, show niggas talking down. So one West got it, so get your mind on your shit, but like a chair. I throw the H time, bout to go swing wild when we flip. Know I'm talking about this one West in this bitch. Meet you boots and break and shake like nigga, who is this? 144 said a broke make bro, we in this bitch. Players get chose, don't get mad, my nigga, check your bitch. Cross the line like a Adidas, boy, I go out in your shit. My tribe, check a hoe, cold as Eskimo, you mind me shit. I'm UGK, so UBK, I'm close, over the set. So loud and banging, swinging corners when I beat. Hater blockers up, catch me one deep behind 10. Boy, I'm shocking, rocking, bitches knocking, coming down your way. Haters cock blocking, when these chickens rooting behind the fence. I'm just body rocking, chucking deuce, giving that my kid. Coming down, haters pipe down, show niggas talking down. So one West got it, so get your mind on your shit, but like a chair. I throw the H time, bout to go swing wild when we flip. Coming down, haters pipe down, show niggas talking down. So one West got it, so get your mind on your shit, but like a chair. I throw the H time, bout to go swing wild when we flip. Hater is a pig and pippin' tryna dig in. Imagine me, cause baby and Bill tryna fit in. Nigga, please, a royalty. Drop a song from the streets over here. Real G's, eat a mic, bend the knees. Chicken steady bopping, when we mopping, blocking like they robbing. If she Bobby, Rogers modest, I just like to see what's poppin'. It's the tank, I know poppin' balls. Huggin' when I'm flossin', brother, who's whoopin', touch your principal, gon' be a problem. Drive ties, how we rockin', kingdom comin', ain't no stoppin'. Coming down like a chill, smoking no when they droppin'. Black suspenders, nigga, beckers, baby boy, I'll be lockin'. One blitz, got it, ankles, ain't no more, I'm done talkin'. I'm coming down, haters pipe down, show niggas talking down. So one West got it, so get your mind on your shit, but like a chair. I throw the H time, bout to go swing wild when we flip. Coming down, haters pipe down, show niggas talking down. So one West got it, so get your mind on your shit, but like a chair. I throw the H time, bout to go swing wild when we flip.
Alright, clap it up. Alright. You understand? It's Monday. You understand? It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You understand? Under commanding General Yohana. It's Monday. You understand? It's the history breakdown class. You understand? We get into our culture, our knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Going into these records. You understand? We're currently in the part 2 of the series breaking down the book The Mask of Edom. You understand? We're gonna pick up where we left off. All right, so we were breaking down the falsification of the premise of the identification of themselves as a nation. You understand? Talking about the Ashkenazi Jews. You understand? All right, so before we get there, just to pick up where we left off, let's go to Deuteronomy 32:8. I'm gonna pull the I'm gonna put the picture of the page that we referencing up on the screen real quick. Hey, Awanyala, hey, could you see if they got a HDMI cord hooked up to this screen or not? You know what I'm saying? If they could you check and see if they got a HDMI cord? Hold on one second. Let me get this page situated online so the people can read along with us. Transform counterclockwise. It should be like somewhere over here, Awanyala, to make sure. Look for HDMI cord. I think that's it on the table. Okay. I mean, I know Uriah gonna read it, but just no sweat. See if it can reach from the back of the TV to the side of this laptop real quick. Just in case the brother want to actually see what we reading. You know what I'm saying? I know Uriah gonna read it for him. All right, so we breaking down the fallacy of the premise. You understand that, of course, we already know that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. You understand? But matter of fact, go to Revelations 2:9 and 3:9 so we can get the premise of like where all of this is coming from. You understand? And the book that we're breaking down. On this side. No, there you go. Bet. All right, don't sweat. No sweat. So we break it down the premise, right, of how these people adopted our culture. You understand? How they are pretending to be someone that they are not. All right? So the Ashkenazi, you understand, first and foremost, as we brought out, you understand, they are Germanic people. You understand? They are from the Caucasus Mountains. You understand? They have nothing to do with Israel. From the last class we went over, their ancestors are not from the Arabian Peninsula or the Palestinian region, you understand? Nor do they have any connection to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? Go ahead and read Revelations 2:9 for me.
Check. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9.
That's right.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich.
So he says, I know thy tribulation and thy poverty, talking about the real children of Israel in the last days, right? That they're going to be in poverty and great tribulation, right? Are the Jews today in poverty and great tribulation? All right, so you're going to press that button in the middle. Hey, do we have the remote? Hey, Uriah, do we have the remote to this TV?
It's usually up there on the podium.
No sweat.
I say usually, but
I think
this,
Ashar the
this
Posh.
is it.
All right, no sweat. Put it
back here. Okay, let's work this one.
1 second. Put it on source. Man, all right. He can't really see it though. No sweat. Don't worry about it.
They can see it on screen.
Yeah, they can see it on the screen. All right, that's sweet. All right, so the Ashkenazi Jews, you understand, these people are not descendants from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand? The scripture says that the Jews in the last days will be in poverty and in great tribulation. All right? So are the Jews today, you know what I'm saying, the so-called Jewish man, you understand, are they in poverty? La-ah. Are they going through tribulation? Tribulation is hard times in hell. You understand? La-ah. You understand? They have their own language, which is a Germanic Slavic tongue, right? You understand? And they have their own traditions and customs. You understand? See, they've mixed their customs with our customs, which form Judaism, you understand? Which also form the Talmud, right? So you have the Torah and the Tanakh, which is the law and the writings of the prophets, right? Then they was like, well, that's not enough. We're going to do a continuation on that. So they added their culture into it, which is called the Talmud, which birthed the Cabal. You know what I'm saying? So which is like a numeric system that they follow based after the letters that they formed from the Assyrian alphabets, which is modern day Yiddish. Okay? All right? So the scripture says that I know thy works in thy poverty, but thou art rich. So the real children of Israel in the last days are going to be in an impoverished state, but they are rich. Right. You understand? Because of who they are. They are Yasha'Allah. They are princes of the power. They are princesses of the power. You understand? Keep reading.
God. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Just say they are what?
Are Jews.
First and foremost, he says he knows the blasphemy. What does that word blasphemy mean? Blasphemy mean? Anybody? Anybody know what the word blasphemy means? Little brother, what blasphemy mean? What it mean? It goes to what? I can't. What did he say? No sweat. Anybody else? What does blasphemy mean? Awiyala. It is a lie. All right. Let me get the definition, if you could, Uriah. What'd you say, brother? Extremely disrespectful. You understand?
Blasphemy in the dictionary, the act or offense of speaking sacrilegiously about the power or sacred things, profane talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your name, brother? Wendell. Like young man Wendell said. You understand? Extreme disrespect. You know what I'm saying? The what we like to call the word that we give points for, the SAT word, is sacrilege. You know what I'm saying? That's what you said, Wendell. Extreme disrespect. You understand? To the things that are pure. You know what I'm saying? That things that are hallowed, or kodash in the Hebrew, holy unto the Lord. You understand? The Lord has many things that are holy. He has a favorite flower, which is the lily. You understand? He has a favorite bird, which is the dove. He has a favorite body of water, which is the Jordan. You understand? He has a favorite body of land, you understand, which was the Garden of Eden. You understand? Which became the nation of Israel. You understand? Which is from east of the Nile River to the Mesopotamia. And he has a favorite people. You understand? Like, I mean, how many shoes you got in your closet, Wendell? You got a couple, you know what I'm saying? But just give me a number. Just throw a number off the top of your head. You got like 10, but of those 10, like, how many do you wear on a regular basis? 2. You feel me? So you have a favorite pair of all. It doesn't mean that these shoes aren't good, but of all your shoes, you have a favorite pair. Like, I'm going to kill him with this one. You know what I'm saying? So is the Most High. You know what I'm saying? People are like, well, that's racist. How is it racist? I mean, if you a father, okay, Uriah, you a father, right? Which one of your children are most like you? You got 2 sons.
Which one is most like me?
Right. You know what I'm saying? K-Dot. You feel me? So, you know, every father has a child that is more partial to his heart than all the other ones. You understand? The Lord said that he chose Israel not because they were a great nation in number. You understand? He chose us to set us apart. You understand? So don't think of yourself more than you ought to. He didn't choose us because we were a great, powerful nation. You know, we're actually the youngest nation on the face of the earth. We're the last nation. You know what I'm saying? Of all the great nations upon the face of the earth. You understand? Keep reading.
Go with God. And are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. Fear none of those things.
They are the what?
Sir? They are of the synagogue, Salakia, but are the synagogue of Satan.
All right, so what, first and foremost, what is a synagogue? Anybody? Let's look that up, Uriah. I mean, give your answer. I mean, if you got one. Y'all, you had an answer? Did you raise your hand? All right, go ahead. What's your answer? Is it church? All right, no sweat. Wendell, you got an answer. What's a synagogue? You don't know? No sweat. What you got, Uriah? It's a place of worship. I just pulled a definition.
Synagogue, the building where a Jewish assembly or congregation meets for religious worship and instruction.
Right. So it's a place for assembly, a church, right? All right. So it's a synagogue of Satan. What is Satan? Wendell. Okay. All right. So you say Satan is a devil. He's evil. All right. Hold, somebody said Salakia. If I may, does blasphemy mean going against the spirit of the Lord? Sheena Ward, blasphemy does mean going against the spirit of the Lord. as Wendell brought up, it's extreme disrespect or sacrilege. All right. Okay. So what is Satan? Wendell says you said evil and what else? The devil. All right. Okay. Anybody else? What is Satan? You're right.
Satan is the, well, what in this context, Satan is just like the spirit that they carried. Is just it's a, how do you say it? It's just a spirit that's against being like righteous. It's an against righteous spirit. Like it's not so much as like they.
No sweat. Y'all, you want to add on? Go ahead. Most High in Christ. Matter of fact, give all of y'all a hand. There's nothing wrong with any of your answers. All right. Give all of y'all a hand. All right. So Satan, first and foremost, is an angel that works for the Most High God. Right. All right. He's not somebody that works independently of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He can't do anything to you that the Lord doesn't allow. We know this because of the book of Job. Right. In the beginning of the book of Job, right, like the Lord, the Most High, asked Satan, you know what I'm saying, whence thou comest from? He said, from going to and fro, up and down in the earth. And he asked him, have you considered my servant Job? You understand? And basically, make a long story short, they struck a bargain. Satan was like, well, the only reason why Job is perfect and he don't curse you to your face is because you got a hedge of protection around him. Take your hedge of protection around him, I bet you he cursed your name to your face. You understand? He said, no sweat. Go and touch not his life. So he said, everything that regards him, that doesn't regard taking his life, do what you will. You understand? So it was a bargain there. So that lets you know that Satan works for the Most High and he can't do anything that the Most High doesn't allow. All right? So now, you said, Wendell, you said devil, right? Now, devil is an epithet from the Greek word diablos, right? That's attributed to a man, all right? So a devil embodies the spirit of Satan, right? So Satan's job is to prove you to be a worthless individual worthy of your inheritance. You know what I'm saying? Basically, a BA nigga, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's his job. You know what I'm saying? To prove you not worthy. He's like, see, Lord, I told you. Look at him. He a Han Solo. You feel me? You feel me? He ain't worthy of what you trying to give him. You know what I'm saying? Cast him out to the eternal darkness and separate yourself from him from eternity. You understand? That's Satan's job. And he's very good at his job. Right. You had a question? Yeah. Okay, no sweat. So Satan is a spirit, first and foremost, right? And his job is to tempt you and test you, right? And he uses his minions, the people that are under him, is what you call demons, right? A demonic spirit, okay? All of these spirits, Salakia, all of these spirits work for the Lord. They work for the Most High God. You know this is because when Yahushua, the person that the world knows is Jesus Christ, came in contact with these demonic spirits, they would say, Son of Man, what have you to do with me? Right. Our time is not hence. You understand? Because they knew that whatever he said, they were subject unto him. You understand? Because he was second under the Most High God in creation. You understand? Hey, so stop. Satan can't do anything to you that the Lord does not allow, which also lets you know that the Lord makes room for you to escape temptation and damnation. All right? Keep reading. All right? So it says that those that say they are Jews but are not, that are not going through the temptation, that are not going through the poverty and the tribulation, they're not the real children of Israel, because in the last days, that's how you can identify the children of Israel, by the curses in Deuteronomy 28. You understand? 15 through 68. All right? Keep reading.
Verse 10. Well, Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Shall do what?
Shall cast some of you into prison.
You understand? Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, we hold up the most percentile as far as school to prison pipeline and percentage rates of incarceration. You understand? They know by elementary school the numbers that they're going to have going into jails like a weather forecast. You understand? Keep reading.
That ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Be thou faithful unto death.
Be thou faithful unto what?
Unto death.
For a little bit.
For unto death.
Somewhat.
Unto death.
You understand? Be ye faithful unto the end. You know what I'm saying? Christ said, ye that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Right? The end doesn't mean a week, a weekend. Doesn't mean a month, a year. You know what I'm saying? 5 years, a decade. You understand? It doesn't mean 50 years. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean a century. He that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. All right? Now give me Deuteronomy. Where am I at? Deuteronomy 32 and 8. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you got the book back there? The Mask of Edom? All right, read page 8. You understand? Under false identification first, and then read that.
This is page 8 of the book of the Mask of Edom. False identifications. Judaism's masquerade as biblical Judah, and moreover, as all Israel, which is the bias of Jewish nationalism, becomes patently counterfeit when placed in juxtaposition with the historical record.
With the what record?
With the historical record.
Come on with it.
Of the true houses of Israel and Judah. Even a brief summary will show the contrast between the descendants of biblical Jacob.
Of what?
Of biblical Jacob, right? Israel, as opposed to the alien posterity.
The what?
The alien posterity.
What does alien mean?
It's like if I made foreign, or not from that land, not native or non-native.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A stranger. You know what I'm saying? So it's making a distinction between the descendants of biblical Jacob or Israel opposed to the alien posterity. All right, keep reading.
Get over here with him, please. Stop sitting your ass down and get over here with him.
Keep reading.
Come with God. Even a brief summary will show the contrast between the descendants of biblical Jacob Israel as opposed to the alien posterity of the cabal, which claims itself not only the promised land, but the very name and inheritance of Israel.
Right, keep reading.
The ultimate concern of the Creator encompasses the well-being of all his creation. God chose a special race, the seed of Abraham, from whom the Israel people,
what of Abraham?
The seed of Abraham.
So who is the seed of Abraham?
Isaac.
All right. Who's the seed of Isaac?
Jacob
or Israel. You understand? These are the chosen seeds. That's why we say we are the descendant. That's why in the Bible the Most High would say, or the Elohim would say, I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because that is the chosen seed. All right, keep reading.
The power chose a special race.
A what race?
A special race. The seed of Abraham, from whom the Israel people later came to become the nucleus of the kingdom of the power on earth.
The what? The nucleus of what?
The nucleus of the kingdom of the power on earth.
Okay, so let's take it back to biology. You know what I'm saying? What is a nucleus?
The center.
What type of cell?
Or at least the important center of the cell. So you could have an entire organ, or not organism, but cell, but the nucleus is where the power or the instructions for the cell is held.
Okay, I'll take that. Anybody? When you want to add on? What is a nucleus? Okay, Wendell say that keeps everything together. Awanyala, what's a nucleus?
A nucleus is the center.
Okay. All right, Awanyala said a nucleus is the center, so that is correct. All right. So a nucleus, all right, from a scientific standpoint, is the center, right? An area of mass importance, like Uriah said. And what did you say? That keeps everything together because it keeps what you like to call the major DNA cells of whatever it's a part of, right? So without this, the nucleus is the brain of the cell, right? So without that nucleus, right, it wouldn't function. Okay, so we, right, are the God body. You understand? You know, one body. Okay, all right. The Most High is the nucleus, right, that gives us the instruction. You understand? So, but He only chose a special portion, right, that was given unto Him, right, which came through the line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right, which makes up the nucleus of the kingdom of the power. All right, keep reading, Uriah.
Well, this has that verse of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
No sweat.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself, above all people,
Equal to,
above all people,
similar to,
above all people,
kind of like,
above all people, upon the face of the of the earth.
It's a lot here. All right. So the Lord God chose Israel to be a special people unto Himself. You understand? Above all people on the face of the earth. All right. Now go to Deuteronomy 32 and 8. Well, you got to go ahead and read it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8. When the Most High divided the nations to their inheritance, when He separated the sons of Adam, He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Now understand this is very important, right? Okay? So, let's break this down line by line. It said when the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, right? So every nation upon the face of this earth has their inheritance, right? So when Christians be like, you know, well, every nation is blessed. No, every nation is not blessed. Every nation has an inheritance according to the Most High God, right? Their lot, right? Then, right, it says when He separated the sons of Adam, all right? Everybody that's on the face of this earth are descendants of the sons of Adam because we're all descendants of the sons of Noah. We're either classified as Shemitic, Japhetic, or Hamitic people, right? So everyone that's on the face of this earth are descendants from one of the three sons of a son of Adam, which is Noah. All right? Okay. So next, it says, He set the bounds of the people according to the number of Israel. So that means He gave everyone else their lot of inheritance around the Garden of Eden, which is known as the nation of Israel, right? Which is from east of the Nile River to the Mesopotamia. Right. All right, you got something you wanted to add, Uriah?
Nah, I was just waving off.
No sweat, Doc. No sweat. No sweat. All right, keep reading. You'll go to verse 9.
He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Most High's portion is His people.
The Most High's what?
The Most High's portion is His people. Jacob is the lot of His inheritance.
You understand? So Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. All right. All right. Let me pull up page 9 in the book. so the people can read along as we transition. All right. Okay, so we on page 9 of the Mask of Edom. All right, go ahead and read it, brother.
Do you want the highlighted portion or from the top?
Start from today.
Okay. Kawaka. This is page 9 of the book of the Mask of Edom.
Mm-hmm.
Today, the historical lineal descendants of Abraham through Isaac.
Hold on. So this is very important. The historical lineal descendants of Abraham through Isaac. All right, keep reading.
The Celtic, Anglo-Saxon, and Kendrick people inhabited the very lands allotted to Jacob, Israel.
All right, so let me just pause right there. I'm gonna pull up a page real quick. What page was it? 17. A footnote, so y'all can read it along with me. You know what I'm saying? I got a note on my footnotes. All right.
The way they got that position in there is really weird.
No sweat. Oh, Slacky. Browse page 17. All right. I'm gonna read this this footnote that I put on page 17 that I found out. You understand? Reading. All right. Okay. So on page 17, all right. So the Celtic Anglo-Saxons were a giant-like race of black men with a king, with a retinue of priests called the familiaries. All right. They are depicted as gloomy sea giants who brought the skills, quote unquote, from Africa via Spain. Now we know because of the Reconquista, the children of Israel fled into Spain and Portugal, right, to escape the great diaspora from Roman persecution in 70 AD, right? One of the places they fled to was Spain and Portugal before the Reconquista, which is the Spanish Inquisition, all right? Now, from Spain going up is when you go into the UK, right? And also into the Celtic islands, which is Ireland and all of those things in that nature, all right? So, Salakia, with currently brought their skills, Salakia, bring that back, brought their skills from Africa via Spain with curly hair, all right? The original Celtic priesthood were black. Were black. The white druids had nothing to do with the construction of the Stonehenge that we know of today, since it predates their emergence by several centuries. So even Stonehenge, the historical mountain that you know today, they talking about were built by the Druids. You understand? It predates them to the original Celtic Anglo-Saxons, which were black men. They were a priesthood that came out of Spain before the Reconquista, when we fled out of Rome during 70 AD during the Great Diaspora. You understand? This is why it's important for you to know your history, which is why this history class is so important. All right? No sweat. Let me go back to we on page 9, right? No sweat. Hey, Awanyala. Top Awanyala. Slock it for me. It's some water over there. Or ask the brother. Hey, when y'all do me a favor, in my armrest of my car, I have some Claritin. If you could grab that and give it to the brother Uriah for his allergies. Okay, got it. No sweat. Right here in my hand. All right. So we back on page 9. All right. Continue reading where you were, Uriah.
To equate the great historical expansion, the power promised the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Israel, with the 15 million heterogeneous people called Jews,
Called Jewish.
uh-huh, dwelling in various nations not their own.
Because in the scriptures it says that the Lord will scatter you, you understand, across the nations. You understand? We're going to be scattered abroad. You understand? And amongst all the nations in different captivities, right? So we're talking about the historical lineage. You understand? Not the people that quote unquote adopted themselves to our history. You understand? Keep reading.
In various nations not their own, much less the 3.77 million Israelis.
Hold on,
in
the
quotations, Israelis. Israelis.
All right. So, Wendell, what is an Israelite?
An Israelite is a.
Let Wendell answer. Help him with the door. You're right. Are you an Israelite, Wendell? I mean, no. Are you an Israelite? What you mean you don't know? Who are the children of Israel? Who are we? Name them. Summary-wise. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? So, if we're the children of Israel, that would make us Israel what? Israelites, right? So, if the Israelites are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, what is an Israeli? Okay, I'll accept that. You're right. So he says an Israelite is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? And he says an Israeli is a false one. You want to help him out a little bit? What else is an Israeli?
Israeli.
God, dog it. What is that?
I got it. I gotta make sure you come on. No sweat. Go ahead. All right. So what is an Israeli?
Israeli. That'll be somebody who was moved into that land, and now they're citizens of the state of Israel.
Right.
They will be citizens.
Right. So an Israeli is a citizen of the Jewish state of Israel today, which is a small piece of the nation of Palestine, right? Where an Israelite, right, is a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob by bloodline, right? So Israel is wherever the people are. It has nothing to do with a piece of land. It's just our home where we came from, right? But the nation of Israel is from east of the Nile River to Mesopotamia. You understand? An Israeli is just someone today that occupies the Jewish, right? All right. So there are Jews, and there are the Jewish. There are Israelites, and there are the Israeli. You understand? So a Jew is someone is of the southern kingdom of Benjamin, Judah, and Levi, right? All right. Okay. A Jewish is someone that's something or sort of like that keeps the customs of the southern kingdom, right? An Israelite is a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, or Jacob. An Israeli is someone that just occupies or lives in the modern day Jewish state of Israel, which is located within Palestine. All right? No sweat. All right, so let's keep reading. Go ahead, brother. You left off where it says Israelis.
Who presently occupy Palestine
Didn't I
is
just say that?
patently absurd. Yet,
Uh-huh.
strangely enough,
Hold on, wait. It says that it is patently absurd. How can you say?
Hey,
You understand that you are Israelis, you know what I'm saying, and you call yourself Jewish, occupying Palestine, and you're not descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's absurd. Read.
Yet, strangely enough, this myopic view is held by the vast majority of the clergy and laity throughout Christendom.
Now, this is where we stopped off last week, right? Okay. See, they try and make a differentiation between this. Wendell, what is clergy? Clergy, right? It says clergy and Christendom, right? All right. So the sentence, it says, yet strangely enough, this myopic view is held by the vast majority of clergy and Christendom. And if anybody online, if y'all want to chime in, you can chime in. What is clergy? What is that? Hold on. It's confusion. I'll give you that. All right. I'm gonna get 1,000 before I give it to the 5,000. What is clergy? Say it on the mic. I'm sorry, it's like 500. See, look, Lord. Look, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I guess the Lord is just, you know what I'm saying, is speak what you supposed to become, brother. You feel me?
The clergy, it's like what we say. It's the higher up, the people that assemble in Christianity, like the pastor, the minister, like those people that, you know, delegate the order of a church, or the
So you lift it up.
or the authority that would be a part of.
When you lift up the armrest, that little piece right there that's in the middle, it comes up. It's under that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No sweat. All right. But before you go, all right, so I got that. All right, so Alan Yala, what is clergy?
Catholicism.
Get that brother hand. That's 5,000 right there. He answered it with one word. All right. So what you said, you're right. It wasn't wrong, but it said clergy and Christendom. So you gave like the higher ups of Christendom, but the higher ups of Christendom is the priests of Catholicism. Right. That's the clergy, right? Those are those that are directly under the Pope, right? From Catholicism, you get all of the denominations. You get Baptist, Methodist, Seventh-day Adventist, Pentecostal. What's another one? Give me another. What's another one? Lutheran. You know what I'm saying? But all the denominations come from Catholicism, right? That and you have to really pay attention, because the white man is such a slick devil. All right? He uses words, because notice he made a distinction between the clergy and Christendom, because the clergy is the head of Christendom. That's why whenever the Pope goes anywhere, any priest or pastor got to do what? Kiss the ring. You understand? And bow down and kiss the ring. All right? You just going to use my book as a swatter, huh?
I mean, I done killed 3 of them in a row, so I'm doing pretty good.
Good night. No sweat. Keep reading, Knock. You feel me? Go ahead.
Salakia. How could the miscellany of racial types called Jews possibly fulfill the tremendous heritage of a race destined to spread abroad over the whole earth as the dust of the earth and the stars of heaven for multitude?
You understand? So these people clearly cannot be of that stock. Did you pull out the center, man?
It's oil up under there.
No. Okay. When you pull up the headrest, where the oils are, that part comes out.
Oh, that part. All right.
Good night, Doc.
That boy 5,000.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the brother. He over here dying from allergies. You understand? All right, give me Genesis 21 and 12.
Genesis 21 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 21, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And the power said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman, and all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Because in where?
In Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Ishmael.
Isaac shall thy seed be called.
So what is the called seed of Isaac? It's Jacob. You understand? Israel. You look at it, boy, found it that quick. You understand?
I know you had an old school stash box.
Hey man. Yeah, go ahead, Doc. You good? You good? You be all right. Trust me. You good? Trust me.
Oh, you would know, huh?
I would know. I'm clear right now. You know what I'm saying? I got the same allergy problems to water, brother. All right. So the scripture says that in Isaac shall my seed be called. All right. So he chose Abraham from his descendants from the land of Eber. You understand? I'm sorry, from Eber, from the land of Uz. Right. Eber or Ibri is Hebrew. All right. Hebrew in Hebrew is Ibri, right? Or Eber, right? Because we come from the land of Eber. You know what I'm saying? A sojourner. You understand? That's who we are. Okay? Right? So people are like, oh, you a Hebrew Israelite? I don't say that. I said I'm an Israelite.
Right.
You understand? Because there's a lot of people that are Hebrews. You know what I'm saying? Ishmael, the Arab, they're Hebrews.
Cut the light on when you go.
You understand? Moab and Ammon, because they're descendants from Lot, coming from the land of Eber, they're Hebrews.
Right.
You understand? Esau, you understand? They're Hebrews. Elam, he's a Hebrew. You understand? There are many people that are Hebrews.
Right.
But there's only one choice seed, and that is the children and nation of Israel.
That's right.
All right? Okay? So I have pulled up on the screen page 16 from the Mask of Edom. All right, you got it? When you got it, go ahead and read it. Page 16. You're going to start where it says... you're going to start where the highlight part is.
This is page 16 of the Mask of Edom. The ultimate irony of the Jewish masquerade as the Most High's chosen people lies hidden in the little-known fact that today, as in centuries past, many who claim the appellation Israel are, in truth, the descendants of Esau.
Say it again, brother. Start over at the beginning of that sentence, brother.
The ultimate irony of the Jewish...
This is in their book, right? You can't buy this book. This book you can only get from Jewish synagogues with their approval. This is in their history books. You understand? It's not something that we made up, right? It's not something, I mean, of course, this is what we believe, is what the Bible says, but we're bringing out historical records from different cited material, right? This is in their books, in the Jewish synagogues, right? To get this book, you dang on near have to, basically say, that you're studying that under a Ashkenazi rabbi.
Right.
You understand? You can't buy this book on Amazon. You understand? But you come into class, in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, we'll make sure you get a copy. You understand? Go ahead, keep reading.
The ultimate irony of the Jewish masquerade as the Most High's chosen people lies hidden in the little known fact that today, as in centuries past, many who claim appellation Israel are in truth the descendants of Esau,
Good night.
Israel's arch enemy throughout history.
You understand? The people who are our enemies adopted our culture and identity on the face of the earth. You understand? And have you believe that you're black, a Negro, a Spick, a Hispanic, a savage, a Native American, giving you all these bywords, but accept who you are. You know what I'm saying? I encourage you, look up the Lost Lunar Stone. You understand? The Lost Lunar Stone is a Mayan stone that was found in New Mexico. Guess what's on that? Guess what's on that stone? Lashawan Kodash. Guess what it says in Hebrew? The 10 Commandments. In America. You understand? How is the oldest language on the face of the earth, you understand, under Sanskrit, Paleo-Phoenician Hebrew, how is that found in the Americas, in New Mexico? How? And then it says the 10 Commandments. How? You understand? But in our previous class that we went over, not this past week, but 2 weeks before that, breaking down the culture of the Native Americans, you would know that these are your people. These are the lost 10 tribes that fled, you understand, from captivity to keep their culture in a land that no men knew, according to second Esdras, called Asaroth, which is called New Land. Keep reading.
Karaka. Jewish Nationalism Part 2. The Esau, Edom, Idumean connection will shed more light on the background of the murky genesis of world Jewry.
Good night.
Judaism does have a prophetic role to play, but not as Israel returning to the promised land, nor in fulfillment of Zionist delusions of messianic overlordship.
Like, bro, like, I mean, you can't get no more clearer than that. You understand? Give me 1 second. Give me boom, 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 boom. Give me Genesis. Let's see. Give me Genesis 27 and 19.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 19. And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac said unto his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Most High thy power brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are of the hands of Esau. And he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him. Right. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. You want more?
Keep reading.
Kawaka.
What verse you at?
25.
All right.
And he said, bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank.
Drop down to 28.
Verse 28. Therefore the power give thee the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting.
All right, so Jacob, it's like somebody just walked past my going to the door. So the Most High. All right, so when Jacob and Esau were in the womb, right? The pregnancy gave their mothers so much turmoil, right? All right. So he said that you would have two nations, two manner or types of people in thy womb, right? And two manner of people will come out from thy bowels, right? So Esau is the firstborn, right? But the Lord gave his blessing from the blessing he gave to Abraham to Isaac, he gave to Jacob while they were in the womb. You understand? So you have the inheritance from the Most High, right? And then you have the blessing of the firstborn, right? So what just happened is that Jacob got Esau's blessing already, that Esau already traded for porridge, because he was famished and hungry in the field. He traded his firstborn blessing. So you about to, well, I don't want to ruin the story. Go ahead and keep reading. You're going to pick up where you left off at Genesis. I think he stopped at 28, 21 and 28. Where you stopped at? You stopped at 28.
It's the book of Genesis. It was at 30, sir.
Go ahead, keep reading.
And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had, or it was at 31, sir. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn, Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that hath taken venison, and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed.
Keep reading.
Verse 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and hath taken away thy blessing.
But how could he come with subtlety when Esau already traded away his firstborn blessing for a meager portion of porridge? Go ahead, Doc.
And it's crazy, because that scoundrel wasn't even gonna say nothing.
Right.
He wasn't even gonna let it be known that I had already gave it up for some red pottage.
Right.
I had already gave it away for some half cooked meat. I had already slipped it over.
So the Lord like, nigga, what you mad for? You already gave it away. So now you mad because it played out? You thought it was gonna play out different, huh? Keep reading.
Go come. And Isaac answered Salakia, and he said, Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing.
But the birthright is the what? The
Blessing.
blessing. So how is he supplanted you 2 times? The Lord was a witness to what you said in the wilderness when you thought with nobody around except for you and your brother Jacob, and you gave up your birthright for, like he said, a meager portion of red stew that wasn't even cooked. It was blood still in it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
And if I could, like, and I mean, the scriptures is the scriptures. They already writ for a reason. But you know, like how Abraham blessed all of his, you know, gave them little gifts and trinkets.
Right.
He was probably under the impression, you know, he finna get a little something. But then when that blessing, when the Yabaraka Yahweh come out,
right,
it's gonna be me there.
The Hayakunka, the Shemor Yahweh. You know what I'm saying?
And he done got them both.
Right.
He done got the cattle.
He now, and Esau's like, oh, so all I get is a doop 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 doop. You know what I'm saying? The rear end of the joke. You feel me? Or the rear end of the blessing. Go ahead, brother.
Like it's just strange because even now they still like that toward us, even when we have nothing.
Right.
That they assume to come take even what little good that we have.
Right.
They assume that it's all theirs.
Right.
And when they see brothers walk up the street, you know they so in fear of you taking it back that they'll clutch their purse.
Oh yeah.
They'll double lock the Honda when they see you in the parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Because everything that I once had, you came and manifested destiny on my head. That's what you did.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you came and promised me 40 acres with the mule, but in turn I got 4 walls and barely a pot to piss in. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just strange.
What verse you at?
We at 37.
Perfect. Let's go. Let's roll.
And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have been made him.
No, that's not what it says. So read that again.
So like it, I have made him thy Lord.
So Isaac is telling Esau, his firstborn, Salakia, I done made your little brother Lord over you. Salakia.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading.
And all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him.
So he's saying, not only have I made you your little brother's servants, but all your brethren are going to serve him. You understand? Right. And and look, this is the coldest part right here, bro. You want to know how you know that the Hispanics are your brothers? This is what it says right here. It says, and with corn and wine, right? And when you dealing with the Northern Kingdom, majority of their tacos are made on what tortillas?
It should be in the back, in that box.
Awanyala. What are the majority when they serve you tacos? What tortillas do they naturally serve it to you on?
Corn.
Naturally on flour.
No,
Corn.
it's on corn.
Corn.
You understand? Flour tortillas is the nuance. You feel me? Right. That's why, like, when you go to every taco truck, you get 5 tacos for $6 on corn. You understand? What you got?
I'm about to say, like, if you normally don't ask, then just period,
They gonna get you
it's
corn.
going to be corn.
Straight
now you
up.
gotta ask for the flour, but you know the flour. I mean,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
is what it is.
Hold on, I'm gonna break it down even more. Was it is we at Genesis 27 and what verse we was at?
Well, right now we at 37, sir. 27 and 37, where he have
37.
sustained him with corn and wine.
No sweat. Let me break this down for you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Alright. So the word in Hebrew is dagan, right? Wheat cereal or grain, right? specifically corn, right? Now watch this. Corn is a native crop of the Americas. It's not indigenous to no other land, right? Corn is a native crop of the Americas, right? So if corn is a native crop of the Americas and is not indigenous to no land over there, how did corn get there?
No, that's not candy, man.
I'm going to ask the question again.
If you could have one.
If corn, we're talking about the Maz or Maza, right? That the Native Americans call it, right? Is indigenous to the Americas. You understand? And we're reading the book of Genesis, right? And corn was over there. How did it get there? This lets you know that the children of Israel, like America, isn't a new land.
Right.
It's not. We've been here.
That's right.
We've been here. You understand? We are here. We ain't went nowhere. One thing that you can't change is native region of crops. You understand? You can't change that.
Right.
You understand? And that's gonna be another class we're gonna break out. You understand? The history of vegetation, you understand, in context to biblical context.
Drink, I got this.
You understand? Corn is not indigenous nowhere else in the world, but it naturally grows in America. Like there were initially over 500 different types of crops of corn. You understand? All the corn that is in the world now that is grown comes from the Americas. Now remember, back in Genesis, when they built that Tower of Babylon and the Lord, you know what I'm saying, destroyed it, gave them different tongues, split them up. This is where all this comes from, you feel me? But we've been here. We've been here. That's how when the 10 tribes left, how they knew to come here. Because no one else knew about this land. Because they had been here. Because we have been here. Our ancestors have been here. You got something you want to add, Doc?
Oh, no, I'll just.
No sweat. No sweat. All right. All right, let's get back to it. All right, keep reading. 37.
Okay. Continue in verse 37. And Isaac answered and said
Go ahead.
unto Esau, Behold, I have made him Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for service.
Mm-hmm.
And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son?
All right, verse 38.
And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Oh, say it again. Read that part again.
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And by thy sword shalt thou live.
By the what?
By thy sword shalt thou live.
Okay.
And shalt serve thy brother.
So, Salakia. What's all right? So, the sword was used. What's a sword?
Weapon of war.
It's a weapon of war. It's used to what?
Kill.
Alright. Alright. I want to see if you're going to answer the question right. Give him the mic. We got 2 mics or just 1 mic?
2 mics, sir.
Yeah, where the other one at? It's a little wonky.
I don't like it. That's just me.
No sweat. Mic check.
Check.
Get to him. All right. So, what is the modern sword today? If the modern sword was the weapon of choice that was used to kill in ancient times that everybody carried by their side, what's the modern sword today?
The television.
Okay, I'm gonna say
a real weapon.
I'm gonna say it's what?
A gun.
Give that brother a hand. You understand? The modern sword today is a gun. All right. So it says.
I mean, like they can take your mind. The television.
Gun, no sweat. No. There's nothing wrong with your initial response that you gave, right? So that's a tool, right? It's not a weapon. It's a tool, right? But a weapon to physically, a tool is used to control. You know what I'm saying? A weapon is used to destroy, right? So a modern day weapon they use today that is a modern day sword is the gun. All right? So it says that Esau, and by the sword shalt thou live. Keep reading.
Cut. And shalt serve thy brother.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
So now this is the key part. It says, now when you have dominion, because he is the firstborn, so he's going to get first dominion over the earth. He's going to break the yoke of control because his little brother has the blessing and the inheritance, right, of the firstborn and the inheritance from the Most High. He's going to break that yoke off of his neck and live by the sword towards Jacob, his brother Israel. Keep reading. Now this is why the white man acts the way he acts and treats the way he treats blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans today. Keep reading.
And shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau hated.
Hold on, say that with aggression, brother.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
So the reason why you get killed by the modern day sword, getting gunned down in the streets by cops, is because Esau hates you. You understand? And he was given the gift to live by the sword, and he hates you because of your inheritance, because of your blessing. It's inert. It's hardwired in his DNA. You understand? This is the reason why we are constantly getting lynched and murdered. You understand? By the police for no reason at all, and why they get off. Because they hate you. You understand? All right. Let's see. That was 41. Make sure that was the end of, yeah. All right. So now I'm gonna read this. Matter of fact, I want you to reread Salakia. Let me get back to it. I want you to reread the second to last paragraph on page 16 in the book.
This is the mask of Edom, page 16. The ultimate irony of the Jewish masquerade as the Lord's chosen people lies hidden and the little known fact that today, as in the centuries past.
No. I want you to read the second to last paragraph where it says Jewish nationalism, part 2.
Come. Jewish nationalism, part 2.
Mm-hmm.
The Esau, Edom, Idumean connection.
The what?
The Esau, Edom, Idumean connection.
Stop. This is from the ChicagoJewishNews.com. From modern historians, the story of Jacob and Esau is a biblical sketch of the sometimes conflictual, sometimes concordant relations between the kingdom of Israel, the descendants of Jacob, and the kingdoms of Moab and the descendants of Esau, because they are neighboring kingdoms sharing a border. There must have been, in biblical days, friendly times and times of irritation and conflict between the two or three. But for the ancient rabbis, Esau is entirely negative, representing a materialism and greed. In fact, for the ancient rabbis, the code name for the empire of Rome was Edom. I'm going to say that again. The empire of Rome was Edom, another name for Esau. Rome had harshly suppressed any attempt by Judean to liberate themselves from the conquest and sometimes harsh oppression of Rome. Further, in the year 70 CE, Rome destroyed the great Jewish or Jerusalem temple, but it was the Jew or Judah temple. You understand? This is in their records. The nickname for the Roman Empire was Edom or Idumea. You understand? So if Rome is the nation descendant from the Greco-Roman Empire, the Greeks, right, are descended from Alexander the Great. You understand? So it lets you know that the Greco-Roman Empire is Idumea. It is Esau. So if the Roman Empire killed Christ, it is the ancient war between what two people? Jacob and Esau. You understand? The Roman nigga Salakia.
The Roman Empire killed Jesus?
Con. And raise your hand next time. No sweat. Why is that a question? Who crucified Christ?
I got a lot more questions than answers.
Ask your questions.
I just
all right. So, but you said you had a lot more questions.
Yeah, that I'm saying just initially coming. I got
no sweat. Okay, so look. All right. Let me ask, because you asked, did the Roman Empire kill Christ? So before I said that, who did you think killed Christ? That's the question. Hold on. Go ahead. Answer.
I didn't.
You didn't know. Okay.
I didn't think.
All right. But in Christianity, they would say, what you say, Awanyala?
The Jews killed him.
They would say that the Jews killed him.
Right.
That's not the case.
That's right.
You understand? The Jews went to Pontius Pilate, you understand, which was a leader of the Roman Empire in that region.
Right.
You understand? To have them crucify Christ. You understand? But Pilate said, I find no fault with this man. He washed his hands and said, the blood is not on my hands, it's on you. That's where Christian says we're covered in the blood of Jesus, but they don't know how blasphemous that statement is. You understand? If you are in Christianity, you are a snitch. You are a turncoat. You understand? You are what in our society, in the hood society, You understand? That we tell you to stop doing, stop snitching. You know what I'm saying? You are the people that got Christ killed because the blood is on your hands because Pontius Pilate washed his hands of it. You understand? They said crucify him. But the people that actually crucified Christ were the Romans. The people that pierced Christ in the side were Romans. That's why it says in Revelations, when Christ comes back, the nigga that pierced him in the side, he gonna be here. Christ gonna be like, oh, that nigga right there, he mine. He the one that gave the finishing blow, he mine. I want him. All right, who rose their hand first? Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, and just to add what you were saying, like, to give you better understanding, it's like, just say if the brothers on First 48, right? First 48, they snitch on a brother, right? And then they snitched on the brother, but the police carry out whatever the sentence is or the judging.
Right.
That's like us snitching on the brother. And then once he goes to jail, then they give him the electric chair. They give him the lethal injection.
Right.
So America's system, they the ones killed him. We snitched on him, but we didn't kill him.
Right.
Accessory though. Keep going.
You understand? Yeah, you an accessory to murder. You feel me? Go ahead, Uriah. What you got?
And I mean, like that's just one mind,
Hey,
one body right there.
Y'all, that's cold blooded right there.
Because I'm gonna tell you straight up,
You know
I was gonna say something similar to that because you know how like in the projects or in the hood, you'll have your pastors or whatever that'll come out.
Yeah.
And they will advocate against the brothers in the hood. They won't advocate to help change the brothers. They would advocate for more police reform or more police involvement.
Right.
So the police come down and they go harder on the brothers instead of actually trying to find an avenue for them. Then you ask why there's no fathers in the home. Well, that's what your Christian pastor asks for when they ask for more police reform to be in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like that was just such a powerful tool, a powerful analogy right there. You know what I'm saying? That you must have been hanging around with Captain Kahan, man. That one right there. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? That one right there. That was cold blooded right there. You know what I'm saying? So what you gotta understand is the ones that this has been an ancient battle. What's going on right now happened in antiquity with Jacob and Esau. What you got? No, that's for right. You know what I'm saying? So what happened in antiquity was between Jacob and Esau, right? You understand? When the Greeks took over under Alexander the Great and turned us into Hellenized Jews, which means that you weren't able to profess thyself to be a Jew. You couldn't keep your custom, couldn't keep the Ancient of Days, the High Holy Days, or even profess yourself to be a Jew. You understand? Is a battle between Jacob and Esau. You understand? The Roman Empire crucifying Christ is the battle between Jacob and Esau. All the nations, the great nations of today, Belgium, Russia, Denmark, Greece, Sweden, the UK, America, Canada. These are all descendants of the Roman Empire. In all of these nations, you have white on black crime. Now, like you always hear Christians say, well, you know, we got black on black crime. Okay? In every nation, like right now, Nigeria talking about they having police brutality, but that's Nigerian on Nigerian crime in Nigeria. You understand? And they're screaming out for Jacob to rally against them for police brutality, but their cause is not the same as ours. See, they have Nigerian on Nigerian crime in Nigeria.
Right.
You understand? Is there black on black crime in America? Yeah, there is. But there is white on black crime in America.
Right.
There is Arab on black crime in America.
Right.
There is Chinese on black crime in America.
Right.
Any nation against any nation is considered an act of war.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
We don't have a nation.
Right.
You understand?
Military to defend us.
You understand? We don't have a military to defend us.
That's right.
You understand?
Right.
That's why we're calling every man to come to arms.
Damn.
To take up your cross and to join the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge where we build men. You understand? Where the motto is, no cowards, no excuses. You understand? Awiyala, what you got, Doc?
Yeah, and I don't know if you covered it, but it goes back to the beginning of Genesis, the 3rd chapter, 15th verse. If I can read, it says, "And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel."
Man, I'm glad you brought it. Man, General Muhammad broke this down last week. Okay, let's see who's paying attention. Who can break this down? All right, so it says there will be enmity, you understand, between your seed and thy seed. Right. You understand? And the head of the snake will bruise the heel. Break it down, you right?
So
see if you was paying attention.
So enmity is just like beef, or there's gonna be turmoil between.
Yeah, like when the Lord said, "I came to bring variance." Right. You know what I'm saying? Between son and father. I didn't come to bring peace, but the sword. Go ahead.
No, okay, so the head of the snake, which the head of any body or any nation, it would be their government systems.
Give that brother a hand. Give that brother a hand. Brother, pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So now the government systems is going to be at war with the heel of the woman. Mm-hmm. Now at the bottom of any society is the poor or the wretched or the downtrodden or the brothers that's in the ghetto and the barrios in the reservation.
So bring it home. Bring it home. Bring it in today. Bring it in today.
Well, in today, that's like Big Floyd getting killed on the side of the street.
You understand?
Or Breonna Taylor sitting in her home, you know, probably about to wake up to go run a 12-hour shift, and she get blown away.
Philando Castile being in his car with a license to carry a concealed firearm, getting gunned down in his vehicle. You understand? When Tamir Rice, you understand, is being gunned down.
Right.
You understand? When Alton Sterling is being gunned down. Right. That is the head of the snake bruising the heel. You understand? Go ahead, Doc.
And if I could, just a precept, you know what I'm saying? We got the wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 2, verse 10.
Drop that.
Let us oppress the poor righteous man.
Say what?
Let us oppress the poor righteous man.
You understand? But you know, what's that that old hip hop group, the Poor Righteous Teachers?
Right.
You understand? Like all of the prophets from biblical times, you understand, were poor righteous teachers. You would consider them homeless today.
Right. Bums.
You understand? Because they were nomads. They traveled. They had no homes. They went wherever the Lord told them to go and laid their head wherever the Lord told them to be. You would look down upon the priests and prophets today. Read. Go. What you got? What you got?
It's a lucky, if I may, any woman that talk about her man Christ, you be there, put that nigga out.
Right.
You be there, cheated on him about 4-5 times. And called him a bum and everything under the sun. You wouldn't have showed him no love.
The people that you praise in the Bible are the people that you call bum A niggas today. You understand? The people that you praise in the Bible are ex-felons, ex-cons today.
Right.
The people that you praise today, the people that you praise today were ex-whores.
Right.
Ex-liars.
Right.
Ex-killers.
Right.
Back then. You understand?
Right.
These are the people that you praise today.
Good.
You understand? Every apostle, every priest and prophet has been to prison.
Right.
You understand? Abraham was a killer and a liar. You understand?
Right.
I'm sorry. We'll call it Catch-22. This my sister. Technically, she not my sister, but she is my sister. You know what I'm saying? He rode on the niggas that kidnapped his nephew and murked them all.
5 kings.
You understand? You feel me? It was who was it? It was Dan
And who took the foreskins and killed them for messing with their sister? It was Dan and who?
It was Simeon and Levi.
No, Simeon and Levi, Salakia. Killers. Lied to him and told him, if y'all circumcise yourselves, you can marry my sister. But they waited till they circumcised themselves and was within the day of pain and killed them all. You understand what I'm saying? The people that you praise today are the people that you look down upon today. You understand? What you got, Doc?
I just want to finish bringing out that scripture, you know what I'm saying?
ahead,
Because I'm
brother.
just breaking down that heel in the foot, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be worth nothing.
You understand what I'm saying? Like what y'all don't understand is that how can I make this plain? Like, first and foremost, the white man is a liar. He's a deceiver. You understand? He is the oppressor and the devil that the Bible speaks of, which is why I said to you earlier, devil is an epithet that is attributed to a man. You understand? That is confounded by the spirit of Satan. Now, is the white man the only devil? La. Because Christ told Peter, get thee behind me, Satan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You are of your father, the devil.
Right.
You understand? If you are following around and you are following the spirit or the mentality of this day, of this age, you are of your father, the devil.
Right.
You understand? Because the devil of this day and age, Lucifer, is a man. You understand? Lucifer is not an angel that fell from heaven. You understand? In the scriptures it says Lucifer is a man.
Right.
Go ahead, you got the last comment.
It's
We
my
gonna break it
last
down.
one. You just on fire.
We gonna take this to a part 3 series. Go ahead.
Come on. I just want to say that Satan, like Esau, is the most, or the serpent that was in the garden, the spirit of the white man, is the most subtile being, right? Subtile beast. Subtile beast in the field.
Mm-hmm.
But all the beasts of the field are subtile.
Right.
He's just the most
Most.
subtile. I just want to throw that in there. You brought that out. I had to say that.
You understand? All of them. Because what I read from the Chicago JewishNews.com, it said that Moab and Esau, who, when you look in the black community, who's running things?
That's what I'm saying.
Moab and Esau.
They know
Who run your grocery stores?
Right.
The white man.
Hotels.
You understand? Who run your beauty supplies?
Right.
Moab.
Moab. Yeah.
Who own your liquor stores? Moab.
Yeah.
Who own your chicken recipes in your neighborhood, in your chicken spots? Moab. Who own your nail salons? Moab. You understand? And even the other nations trying to get in with your gas stations, Elam, you know what I'm saying, and Ishmael, which is the Arabs and the East Indians, who they get their gas from? Esau. You understand? Esau and Moab is controlling this whole thing. You understand? But what we bringing out is in they records, man.
Right.
You understand? So with that, you know what I'm saying, we gonna pause right here. I mean, Uriah, you know what I'm saying, Awanyala, it's both of y'all fault this time. We taking it to a part 3. It's a good thing, brother. We here. You know what I'm saying? But we need this. You know what I'm saying? Breaking down the historical records. You know what I'm saying? You need historical breakdowns just like you need scriptural breakdowns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For those that don't believe in the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why we use these tools.
Right.
We use things outside of the Bible to validify what's written in the Bible. Because Scripture says what was written aforetime was for your learning and for your understanding.
That's right.
All right? And with that, we're going to say imagine, which means to stand. Sar, turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer first in Hebrew, then in English. Abba Noah, Shabbat Shemayah, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Balak with Ka, Taba'ah, Batazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayah, Natalanawa, Lacham, Ka, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'ainawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wahata Para, La'awalamyam, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in the earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Sar. Turn to face the front. Men of Israel. Courtesy salute to the brothers. Mighty Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yadamatah. Sar. Turn to face the sister. Men of Israel. Almighty Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahushua. Yadamatah. Dismiss.